Tonight we're joined by J.J. Green. He's the national security correspondent at WTOP Radio. Over the course of his career, he's Israeli and Palestinian political officials about the conflict there and the prospects for peace and roadblocks. He's written all about that. J.J., thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Aaron.
An Israeli strike today leveled a building that housed media offices in the Gaza Strip, including the Associated Press. News organizations are demanding an explanation. Is there a possible motive behind this in terms of coverage of this conflict?
I can't say what the motive was for this, and I can say, though, that if it was coverage, this is not going to help that situation, because that's, as Gary Pruitt pointed out, is going to mean less coverage. This was a building that housed, as you mentioned in your reporting, the AP, Al Jazeera, and other organizations that were related to the news business. And, you know, that's what the news does. We are designed to serve in the public interest, convenience, and necessity. We're the surrogate for the public. We do things that they can't do. They don't have the opportunity to go to places and see things. So I don't know what motive there would have been related to coverage, because this means there's going to be less coverage, and who knows who will fill the vacuum.
President Biden spoke with leaders from both sides today in support of de-escalation. We've seen more members of Congress and protesters nationwide showing support for Palestinians, especially since there's been more than 100 civilian deaths. What do you make, JJ, of this shift from Israel support to Palestinian support here in the United States?
I don't know that there's been a shift. I just know that this may be a scenario where some people are coming into this for the first time and thinking there's a shift. There's always been significant support for the Palestinian side here in the U.S. and among members of Congress. I do think this. The world has been in a state of empathy for the last year because of COVID-19, and in part because of the George Floyd murder here in the U.S. It made people much more empathetic to people that are having problems, people that are ill, people who are oppressed. So this, to me, seems to be evidence that this sentiment is still running very high. There's still quite a bit of empathy, and people still understand that what's going on between Israel and Palestine is a problem. And unfortunately, innocent people are caught in the middle and are paying the price.
Tomorrow, the UN is expected to meet. JJ, what do you expect to happen at this meeting? How much coverage could come of this over what we're seeing about this conflict?
Well, first and foremost, there are going to be impassioned speeches. That's the one thing we know will happen. There are also going to be attempts to talk about solutions. We know that there have been a number of solutions that have been floated over the years, and efforts to try to come to some kind of a conclusion. You know, this conflict, this Arab-Israeli conflict, has been going on for 100 years. So, you know, it's not that there aren't or haven't been any legitimate solutions floated. The question is just getting to a point where you can actually agree on it. And so what happens at the UN, hopefully it won't just be perfunctory. Hopefully there will be some real progress towards stopping this violence.
JJ, very quickly, final question for you. Do you expect United States troops on the ground to support either side?
No. This is the last thing that the U.S. military wants to do. It's leaving Afghanistan. It's tired of war. It's been involved in international conflicts for a very long time. And this is a conflict, as I mentioned, that's been going on for more than 100 years. And if they had to pick a conflict to be in, this would be the last one, because this is a quagmire that the U.S. doesn't want to get involved in, because it does mean that there would be some significant investment necessary, and the loss of life is almost guaranteed in this situation. We must remember what happened in Beirut back in the 80s, and also there have been many terrorist attacks on airplanes and other types of situations where innocent people have lost their lives. So no, the U.S. military, I don't think, would want to get involved in this.
JJ Green, thank you.
You're welcome.